Board of Selectmen for Warren, July 10th, 2025 at 6 p.m. This meeting is being recorded and broadcast via our local cable access channel, WCAT, on Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. If anyone in the audience is recording, please let us know. If you're going to speak, please go to the mic, the podium, and identify yourself. And with that, we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so first off, I will open up the public hearing, which is a request of National Grid for the placement of a new utility pole located on Cronin Road, 326 feet north of the center line of Southbridge Road. All right, go ahead. Yeah, please.
Hello, Diane Cloud, National Grid. I'm not sure if you need me to read the verbiage or just explain the purpose of the poll.
I don't know, should you read it? Yeah, go ahead and read it.
Okay. To the Board of Selectmen, Massachusetts Electric Company, doing business as National Grid, requests permission to locate poles, wires, and fixtures, including the necessary sustaining and protecting fixtures along and across the following public way. Cronin Road, Massachusetts Electric Company, doing business as National Grid, to install one solely owned pole on Cronin Road, beginning at a point approximately 326 feet north of the center line of the intersection of Southbridge Road. Install pole 6-1 approximately 326 feet north of the center line of Southbridge Road as shown on attached plan. So this is a new home, and we are bringing power just across the road for them to then go underground to the home.
Okay, all right.
So it's for a single-family
A
home.
single-family home.
Not a solar facility or a battery backup, right?
They may have solar someday, but not for a solar farm, no.
It's just for the house.
It's just for the house.
Solar array,
Array,
yeah.
Yeah,
no
it's not a
farms.
farm.
not a farm.
All right, any other questions?
Yeah, ask if there's any opposition.
Yeah, well, is there anybody in the public who has comments, concerns, opposition? Hearing none. Anything else, Jim?
Just close the public hearing and
Yep.
take a vote.
Can we look at it on the maps just to see where it's gonna be, because I didn't find a map here.
Sure.
All right, Griffin.
Which one is it?
Just open Google Maps.
Okay. Is it this one or that one or just?
No, open a browser and just get to Google Maps.
Would you like a house reference number?
Yeah, yeah.
I show pole, house 70 is across the street.
What is it?
Actually, 72,
72 Cronin Road?
yeah. 70 is close too, but 72
And
is
once you
right there.
locate it, you can share the screen so people, we can have that recorded.
If you go
Back to the Zoom.
back to Zoom, yeah.
The one in the middle, the green
That
arrow.
one.
Yeah. Perfect. There we go.
So the plot of land runs between Southbridge Road and Cronin Road. It's a larger parcel
Okay.
that's building a home.
And you put it on
Satellite.
image?
Where's that again?
It's
So
at the bottom,
cluttered, my God.
bottom to the,
Yeah, bottom right, I think.
You could
or
actually
left,
dra-
bottom
yeah.
left.
You can
That one, there we go. All the stuff covering it.
just move the window. You can minimize that.
So right in here.
That's what the
Correct.
board was. Zoom in.
Do you want me to show you?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
the pole is
Yeah.
going to be right here, because they're gonna go underground to the house instead of, the driveway is very windy and long and would cost them a whole lot, so it's on their frontage, but on the Cronin Road frontage as opposed to the Southbridge Road frontage.
So it goes to the pole and then underground to the house, is that,
Correct,
yeah,
correct.
okay. If there's no other questions or objections, do we have a motion? We gotta close the public, yeah.
Motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion to close the public hearing for the National Grid poll hearing.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Rich Hacker, aye. The public hearing is closed, and then,
I'll make a motion to approve the poll for electric grid on Cronin Road, 326 feet north of the center line of Southbridge Road.
is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Rich Hacker, aye. Motion approved.
Thank
You're all
you very
set?
much.
Thank you. All right, continued discussion with Civic Plus regarding current billing and possible options / updates to the town's existing website. All right, and who is it, Corey? Is that what-
Corey, yeah.
Yep,
So, Mr. Chairman, before you this evening is Corey from Civic Plus. He's going to make a brief presentation to the board as to where we currently are with Civic Plus, our current provider. As you may recall, we had Alita Crowley, who is our account representative in here about a month or so ago, kind of going over some different options. And she had mentioned during that process that Civic Plus is going to be moving to a new platform, away from Drupal, which is its current platform, and they're going to be migrating to a new platform come this fall. So not only are we trying to do a new website, but we also have to navigate our current website's upgrade, which is coming from Civic Plus in the fall. Civic Plus has to change us off of this Drupal platform and into a new platform. And Corey's going to talk about that, talk about some options, and lay out where we are currently with this website development search.
okay. Yes. Okay. All right, Corey. Oh. Is he not getting audio? Our audio's on.
You can't hear us? I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Are you muted? He's not muted.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Technical difficulties there, right?
Yeah.
My name is Corey Abbott. I'm going to share my screen. I have a brief presentation for today. Some of the stuff that I'll talk about may be things that you've already talked about with Alita Crowley. I will then as well try to provide that new information, give you a clear options of what you have to do to move forward as well with Civic Plus. Let me know if you can, I just requested to share my screen. If y'all could approve that, and I can share what I have here for you.
Yeah, you're all set.
Okay. All right. Can you see the town of Warren, Massachusetts here?
Yep.
All right, wonderful. So as Jim had mentioned, my name is Corey Abbott. I am your migration manager. I'm an account manager with Civic Plus. That is going to be assisting your team making this transition from your Drupal platform to our proprietary CMS platform, which we call Web Central. Alita Crowley will continue to be your account manager, and your team will continue to be supported by Victoria Gonzalez, your customer success manager, should you choose to move forward with Civic Plus. Now, I think you've heard of this, but I want to just to briefly recover this. Now, the Drupal platform is something that is not owned by Civic Plus. We did have some clients that were on that platform, and we heard earlier this year that the company who owns that Drupal 7 will be sunsetting that platform. So we made a decision here at Civic Plus to move our customers away from that website platform and onto our proprietary CMS, the Civic Plus Municipal Website Central. We are also working against an upcoming deadline in November of 2025, as Acquia has also announced that they will no longer be supporting certain modules on the website. So after November 2025, continuing with your current website could result in disruptions that Civic Plus would be unable to provide support for. Now, as part of this switch, something that we understand many organizations were not prepared for, Civic Plus has put together a central starter package to make that transition seamless and smooth for your organization. We have waived the typical cost for content migration, bringing over all of the content that you have available on your website verbatim, as well as all of the documents, agendas, and things that you have across your website. We are also going to be waiving the cost for design work, allowing your organization to take advantage of 5 of our award-winning template designs. And finally, we have also waived the cost for that group training. There are 3 seats available as part of that starter package, and your organization can take as many training sessions as needed to feel comfortable managing our new system. On top of that, you will gain access to what we think is a more improved and easy-to-use solution with our Web Central platform, allowing you to do drag and drop editing, providing more consolidated view for your customers and for your staff when it comes to managing content. There'll be access to Google Analytics, and we have 12 modules that should provide improvements to your staff day-to-day duties on the website. Any questions about the new platform and the package that we have put together?
Is it gonna be easier for operators on the site to be able to change things? Because I know right now, one of our biggest problems is adding new people to the website and giving them their privileges to change things on their sites. Because we have the sub-sites for each site where each department can control what's going on in their own site. And right now, it's just very difficult with Civic Plus because we gotta add it in multiple sections. It'd be nice if we could just add a person and just give them the permissions, instead of having to go into each page and give a permission for them.
Yes, that will be something that you'll be able to do with the new website platform. All of our solutions that we've built here at Civic Plus are permission-based, and so you have the ability to set preset permissions as well as create new user levels, and that gives them access. We also have an approval workflow in the new platform that makes providing those edits to their department page still allowed to be filtered through main content editor or website control that provides a bit more transparency on the changes that are happening across departments.
Very good, thank you.
So is the site gonna look different? Or is,
The site will look different, yes. Our templated designs do look a little bit different from what the town of Warren's current website looks like. However, we believe that we can still maintain the general customer journey that your citizens and community members experience, as well as there are many templated designs that can help you streamline and allow them to get where they want to go within 1 to 2 clicks.
and can we choose a template, or you're gonna kinda just pick a basic one to do this conversion?
You have 5 templates to be able to choose from. On the screen here, you can see template number 1 and number 3. So they do have different views. If you want, I can go through briefly what all of those look like, actually.
Is it in the packet here?
Should be,
Let me see.
It should be, yes, it's in the proposal packet in there. There is a section that template design. You can also see, I shared my screen here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Choosing any one of these templates is part of that wave design fee that we included as part of this package.
So 5 is basically what we're on now, our views.
Looking similar to what you have, 5 is similar, although some of these feature very similar functionalities just placed in different areas on the template.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Question. So since you're familiar now with our existing
Yeah.
page, which one would you recommend?
So based on what your current page looks like and the amount of buttons you have here on the front page, I would recommend either number 2 or number 4. I believe those are some of the design works that mimic your current page, but also help you display to your community members and citizens some of the other functions and services that you can get from the website.
Now, can we actually, like, if we decide we don't like number 4, if we decided we were gonna go for 4, could we choose a different one, or we have to pay at that point?
If you go through implementation and choose at the end of it you wanted to make a change, there would likely be a one-time cost to redo that change. However, you do have time through the beginning of implementation to decide and have those internal discussions. It's not something you have to make a decision on today.
What's the timeline for doing all this?
So right now, we are averaging about 10 weeks from the moment you start your project. Typically, projects start about 3 weeks after contract signing, and so that is our current time frame. That does rely on your organization to be able to meet the benchmarks set by the timeline. Our project manager would work with your team to establish a timeline. Throughout the implementation, there will be different checkpoints for approvals and providing certain deliverables, whether that's branding and color choices, technical information about your domain, and setting up your permissions. But assuming everything goes smoothly, about 10 weeks is our average right now for implementation.
Okay. Go ahead.
Another question. What's gonna happen with the old one?
So right now, we are continuing to host that website, assuming that you're gonna be moving forward with us. We will keep that live until the moment you are ready for your new website. Once that is, once you transition over with Civic Plus or go with a different provider, then we would cease hosting it and the information there would no longer be accessible.
Can we get a copy of all the information?
You will have the ability to be able to download anything you have throughout that implementation process. I do not believe that is something included our current scope to give you a copy, to provide a copy of everything that was included. Our migration of your content is restricted to the publicly available, so largely things that are located in your cabinet, as well as other areas in the back end of your website aren't accessible from our team for that migration.
Oh, wait, say that again? So,
Sorry, go on.
the cabinet's like the file system, right? So we put like bylaws in there and procedures and stuff like that. So
Yes.
that would not get transferred over?
That would not be part of our responsibility on that scope of the content migration. Your team will have time, there's about 2 to 3 weeks at the end of implementation, where you will have access to both sites, so that your team members can go in and pull any other information from the back end that you need to bring over. Additionally, if you publish any of that content during the migration process, it can be captured by the content migration setup that we have.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, Corey, the back end, now, can you clarify the back end from the front end in terms of, the public whatever you see publicly, that will get transferred over, you guys will transfer that over, correct?
Correct, yes.
And
Anything that is publicly accessible by your website right now will be transferred over.
And then what do you mean by the back end? What could potentially be there in the back end?
So if you had items in your file library, if you had unpublished pages, anything that the public cannot see currently would what we consider the back end, or what I think Drupal
So
refers
then
to as the
bylaws.
cabinet.
Bylaws are available to the public.
They're open, so they should.
Yeah, okay, so,
All the old ones out.
yeah, but that's probably okay. If there's old copies,
No,
like,
because you gotta make it historical. You
Well,
gotta
we
keep a
could just-
record of it.
we could just download them and then archive them. So if we have a bylaw document, like a PDF in the cabinet, and it's got a link on the planning board page, let's say, that would get moved over.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that's,
Because I think you were thinking all of the content.
yeah, that's what I was thinking all those links would be broken
Yeah,
until we
right,
moved all
right.
that
No, no.
stuff over. like niche. Okay,
Our
Think we
team
have
would,
to
if it's a
wait to
link
see
on your
what they
page, we'll
move,
go in, we'll
and then we
download
can
that
pick and
document
grab
and move that over
whatever
to your
is-
new document library.
okay. So is the structure of the new site similar, or like, does it have a file cabinet, or does it have a totally different like storage method or scheme?
It does have a file library on the inside. It will look likely totally different from what your current Drupal platform looks like on the back end, but it is built to help maintain some of that similar functionality as well as provide more ease of use for your staff when managing your content.
Okay. So, have we gone over the costs and everything already?
So, yeah, Corey, would you be able to just go over what we would need to do right now? And I know, Corey, that, you know, I had you sharpen the pencil a little bit, so if you could explain everything to the board and go over the cost, that'd be great.
So as you can see here, we do have this quote that I shared, I believe, with Jim, and we are able to maintain your current renewal for that initial term. And then there would be an increase in your annual cost for this migration process. Your new website would carry a $4,000 annual cost. Like I mentioned before, we have waived all of the implementation and one-time fees, so it is strictly talking here about the annual subscription. Now, there was an enhancement that we brought up with Jim to consider that is featured here on our second quote. It is our AudioEye partnership, which helps your team take a hands-off approach to web accessibility. We did help provide some discount on that, bringing down the annual cost as well. So if you decided to move forward with the website and the partnership with AudioEye, which would help you maintain your web accessibility guideline or standards in compliance with recent changes to the DOJ, that would be $4,680.61 for this initial year and $6,000 for your annual cost going forward. If you move forward just with the website, making the migration over to Web Central, taking advantage of the new modules, but not including any enhancements as part of that package, then it would be $3,680.61 for the initial year and $4,000 for that annual cost.
Okay, so the AudioEye is another 2,000 per year. Is
Yes.
basically, yep, okay.
And that partnership allows you, it is a partnership we have with the company AudioEye that would have automated fixes to assist with compliance with web accessibility and DOJ standards, which have new deadlines coming for the town of Warren in the next few years. It really helps your team, their team takes on the responsibility of ensuring your content on your website meets all accessibility standards. That way your team does not have to go through the training and monitor the content you are putting out online. While we will be launching your new website in a compliant manner, the responsibility for maintaining that compliance does fall upon the town of Warren once it is launched.
So do other vendors provide a similar feature?
Yeah, there are,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I mean, they do charge more, you know,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
cost
it's
for
an
it,
add-on.
yeah.
Okay,
So he would provide us with a website after he extracts all our data and puts it into the new template, one that is fully compliant with ADA accessibility for the $3,600 price, okay?
Yeah.
From the day he turns that over to us, it would be our responsibility to make sure whatever content that is added to the website meets the ADA standards and thresholds.
okay.
AudioEye automatically does that for us.
It does it, or just sends us an email that
No.
just?
Raises flags.
They ensure that we're compliant with ADA accessibility with whatever we put up there.
Okay,
Is that correct, Corey?
That is correct, yes. AudioEye would change, many of the common issues we see with websites are things like alternate text, the way that your content is read by screen readers, as well as color contrast. They are able to go through and automatically fix things due to making changes to the code of the website so that it is displayed in a compliant manner. And then they would handle that for you, so it is a truly hands-off approach for web accessibility when you partner with AudioEye.
Question.
yeah.
I have a question. So
let's say if you do the migration, is our website gonna be in compliance or not?
If we do the migration, your website will be launched in a compliant manner, but we will not be responsible for maintaining that compliance going forward for the content that you update. We at Civic Plus are responsible in working to ensure that our system and the coding of our system is compliant, but a lot of the issues with online accessibility come from the content that is displayed, and ensuring that it is done in a compliant manner would fall upon the town of Warren.
Just to follow up, so if I upload a PDF of any kind, AIA is gonna change the PDF and fix it, make it compliant?
They would be responsible for the website itself. Uploading the PDF would be something you'd have to accomplish in the system that you are doing that. So I'm sorry about that confusion there.
Okay,
Documents would still be your responsibility, and they are unable to change those documents for you. They would let you know if they are not compliant, but they wouldn't be able to make the automated fix for those.
so the day we get the website, if we don't mess with it at all, the only thing we do is add maybe a link to a PDF that we upload, we wouldn't fall out of compliance, right? It's
That is
more,
correct.
it's,
With the current ADA standards, it would not fall out of compliance.
okay,
If the DOJ changed those ADA standards a year or two down the line,
that,
that
okay,
would be different, but when it launches, it will be compliant in the current ADA standards.
okay. And so the problem would be, like, if we add a new section to the website for like a new department, or I don't, whatever, that would then be on us to make sure that it's compliant, because we're adding
That is
that,
correct.
that new UI screen,
Yes.
okay. So, I mean, potentially,
Didn't we get a grant for ADA accessibility?
Yeah, for the study, first, to do the study. We don't have a grant to do any implementation.
I'm sure there's something out there though.
Oh, yeah, we'll have action
Okay.
grants that
So
will come up.
potentially this could pay for itself through a grant.
Corey, can we start without the AIA thing and then add it like a year or two down the road, or is, okay,
Yes. It can be added at any time.
okay. I mean, I would say we skip it, because again, if we don't modify the site, we're just uploading stuff, we create a link, we should be okay.
I just wanted to have you guys hear the options.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
that's fine. But I think initially, we can save $2,000 a year.
Well, again, if we can get a grant to pay for it,
Yeah,
then they can implement it, and it's not costing us anything.
yeah, but this is a recurring fee too, though, so I
Right.
don't know if the grant would do that. It might do the first year, right? But,
Potentially.
yeah.
We can't move right now, so
Yeah,
we gotta stick with Civic right now, because
Yeah.
it's too late in the game to switch to a different
right,
company.
I think. So what is the hard deadline on this, Corey? When is Drupal done? V7, or whatever it is?
So the hosting of the Drupal platforms, I believe, will continue for a short while, but they have announced the stop of support of modules, specific modules, and more expected to come this November. So after November, if an area in your website were to happen to break on one of those unsupported modules, there is nothing that we or Civic Plus or we would be able to do to remedy that situation. You might suffer from disruptions caused by that. So we are working to try to migrate all of our customers off Drupal 7 ahead of that November 25th deadline. If you choose to move to a different provider and not go with Civic Plus, it would have a hard deadline of April 30th, 2026. That's the end of your current renewal contract, and we would not be able to continue past that.
How much do we pay now?
So right now, we're paying $3,600. That's what's owed right now, $3,680.61
A month or per year?
per year.
Oh, okay, yeah, so they're basically honoring that for 1 year, and then it's gonna bump up. Okay.
So,
And then in year three, it goes up $200 after that, so,
yeah, so,
5%.
yeah. So what is before you this evening is, you know, we're gonna have to pay, Civic Plus the 3680.61 to continue. That's our renewal subscription for the year. In that time period, what Civic Plus is going to do for us is take us off of our current platform, put us into a new platform,
Yeah.
give us a revamped site that
Yeah.
looks different. We can get some training as incorporated with this with staff. We'll test it out
Yeah.
for the year, see how it is, and we still have the money reserved for a new site if we wanna go to a different vendor in the future. But at least it gives us almost like a free test drive.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, right? And we can really test it as opposed to
Right.
getting a demo that we look at for 2 hours one evening or something. Okay.
I say we just go with it, because we gotta go with it
Yeah,
anyways.
I
You know,
agree.
we're just dragging it down the road now. You know, it's too late in the game to switch to a new website.
Yeah, and it gives us enough time.
Yeah, it gives plenty of time.
Plenty of
We
time.
switch over to a new format, we might even like this format.
Yeah.
It might be easier to use. You
Yep.
know, we'll try it, and if it doesn't work out, we have it already formatted, everything's saved over on the website. And if we decide to move over to another one later on, we can do that.
So Corey, have you worked with, so you know what level our site is at. Have you worked with sites similar to ours? So we have a lot of difficulty with, with the current site. So do you have an experience with what our site is like?
I personally have not worked with many customers on the Drupal. However, the few
Okay.
customers I have worked with through this process, we have heard very many positive things, and the customers that are launching as part of this migration have been happy with that process. I can also speak that their Web Central solution is our largest customer base here at Civic Plus. There are over 4,000 other customers utilizing the new platform that you will transition over to. And through our support team, account management, and client success managers, we're able to maintain a 95% customer satisfaction rating from year to year. So I would say that speaks to the positive response and the ease of use that we're going to be bringing with this new platform.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, so, I don't know, are there any other questions? Is there a motion? What do you wanna do? Personally, I think we should go with it, just for the
Yeah.
reasons Jim said, right?
The sooner the better, I guess.
Yeah, because then we get a nice long test
Because right now, we're
drive.
not taking any decision on changing company, another price, or
Yeah.
they just have to do this anyway.
Right.
And actually, the sooner it gets done, the better, because then we can start playing with
Yeah.
it and see if it's really worth it. Okay. All right, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to pay the current bill with Civic Plus and maintain for the next year with Civic Plus.
Is that
Good,
good,
I
or,
Yeah, and to authorize the town administrator to sign the quote.
Said move.
all right, is there a second?
Second,
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Rich Hacker, aye. Approved. All right, thanks, Corey.
Corey, I'll be in touch
Thank
with you
you for your
tomorrow.
time.
All righty then. Number 3,
One second. If you guys don't mind, you can include me in whatever it is. to
Oh,
get-
yeah,
to-
for the future,
to
for
get-
implementation,
to- to-
absolutely.
To the implementation, so,
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
know,
Tomorrow, I'm just sending them over the documents, but I'll
I'm not a
definitely
big
do that.
expert, but I've done many websites.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to see the 5 templates.
Okay.
If it's more than just a picture, too.
And we
maybe
gotta
there's
see it on the phone too.
A couple extra,
Okay.
yeah, a couple extra pages.
Maybe they have already clients using those
Yeah.
templates, and then we can check them
Yeah,
out.
we could go to their
Okay,
site.
I'll get that from Corey.
All right.
Yeah, an example of each one of them,
Mm-hmm.
client.
Sure. We'll do that.
All right. Discussion with possible vote to open a gift account for veterans. So apparently Michelle has received some money from a local bikers group. And so she needs an account to deposit the money.
Yeah, that second email that came
Yeah.
in today,
Okay,
and it's just talking, because she was gonna be here originally, but the second one just details what it would be for and what exactly it would be used for.
okay, so it basically would go back to the veterans to help them, so food, toiletries, household necessities, fuel payments, I mean, basically whatever she thinks is a worthy cause.
So you would, if you guys decide to open up the account, you would specify what it would be used for right here, if you're agreeable to those. All four of those items.
Okay,
So we're gonna
but maybe not
say
limited to
for,
that, right? Or how,
to buy gift cards, food, toiletries, and household item necessities?
So it would be hometown Mariner program, and.
Okay, the four.
The
whole
four.
things. Okay.
and is there some sort of quote-unquote audit process? In other words, would we get a list of what was given out, or?
So it would go through the same process for acquisition in terms of expenditures. So, you know, they would, you know, these would be the approved expenditures that, if you guys approve them, that would be on file with the accountant's office, and those would fall within this category as an approved expenditure out of the gift to fund account.
Okay, so, yeah, all right. So there would be some sort of just ledger just saying, you know, went to this person for this
Yeah.
item, this amount. Okay, so we could look at that.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to add all this stuff into the,
Yeah, is that right,
The
in the
motion.
motion?
Yeah.
Okay. And, yeah, okay. Are we strictly limiting it to this, or can we make it?
I mean, if
her-
you wanna, I mean, you can make it unrestricted, if that's what you wanna do. This is what she's looking for, I guess you could make it unrestricted and make it a little bit more flexible.
Well, how about we do these, and then if she has other ideas, to come to us? Can we do that?
Then she would come back anytime.
So if it's for a use not on here, like, I don't know, buying a car, right, something like that, then she would have to come to us and say, look, here's the need, this
the
guy
new
needs a car.
Veterans Agent Camaro.
Yeah, yeah, right, yeah, yeah, soft top.
Of course.
Yeah, that would, you wanna do a motion
Yeah,
like
I
that
could do
then?
that.
So it gives her some flexibility then.
Is Derek good?
Yeah,
I'm
are
good.
you, okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the gift account for the Veterans Agent to include the Hometown Banner Program for veterans and families. The veterans who do not qualify for Chapter 115 benefits, and the funds will be used to buy gift cards, food, toiletries, and household necessities. Funds can be used to disperse to veterans to help with extra fuel payments that do not qualify for fuel assistance. And funds can be used to assist with out-of-pocket housing and medical costs for veterans who do not qualify for other veterans' assistance.
All right, you wanna say any other use would be review, or needs to be approved
No,
by
I think-
select board, or you wanted, you're done?
We'll-
Okay, all right. Is there a second?
Second,
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries.
Yeah, the reason why is if she gets something specific, she can come back and ask for it,
She can, yeah.
versus us saying in any other things, because then that's interpreted to,
Yeah,
well, you
Okay.
said I could do any other things.
yeah. All right, Fire Chief's monthly report for May and June 2025.
Evening, everyone. Alan Boyd, Fire Chief. Thank you for having me this evening. I have May and June to present. A little bit late on May, only because we had quite a busy June month with regard to town meeting and the safety complex meetings and stuff, so didn't quite as many selectmen's meeting as normal. In the month of May, the fire department responded to 52 fire calls. It included 7 motor vehicle accidents, 4 medical assists, 4 activated alarms, 11 calls that were canceled for various different reasons, 5 service or assist calls, 3 power line incidents, 7 investigations, 1 structure fire, 2 extrications, 2 illegal burns, 2 vehicle fires, 2 gas emergencies, 1 electrical equipment issue, and 1 hazardous material call. In terms of EMS, we did 66 calls in May of 2025, and 16 ALS intercepts were required for those calls. We did 9 smoke and CO inspections, 1 oil burning equipment inspection, 2 liquid propane inspections. In terms of training and activities, we trained on our new forcible entry prop, which came off of monies from an earmark from the Quabog program, which is very beneficial to us. So this is there's only a handful of departments that have props like this that are in our area. They're very hard to get. They're very heavy and everything. So we were able to get this through an earmark through Jake Oliveira's office. So this was awesome. It's now been implemented, and not only we can use it, but other fire departments can come use it and everything. And it allows us to practice breaching doors and things like that, inward swinging doors, outward swinging doors, and allow us to practice techniques to get in and out of buildings if we need to be able to do that. So that was really great. Warren EMS personnel began their CPR recertifications. We have people all over the calendar in terms of when their certifications expire. It depends on what month they get it in. So as they start to expire, we have them come in and do their CPR certifications. So we started that. In terms of the budget, just continuing to monitor the FY25 budget very closely. It's pretty much closed out at this point. It's been a good year, and things have gone well for us. I think all of our line items are sufficient. Haven't had to approach finance or the board for any transfers or anything like that, so we're looking pretty good. Okay. Any questions on May?
Nope.
Continue to June. We did 50 calls, fire calls in June. Included 9 motor vehicle accidents, 13 medical assists, 7 activated alarms, 3 investigations, 6 calls that were canceled, 3 service calls, 2 vehicle fires, 1 good intent call, 4 power line incidents, 1 carbon monoxide incident, and 1 illegal burn. We responded to 75 EMS calls in June, and 13 ALS intercepts were required for those calls. We did 4 smoke and CO inspections, 2 liquid propane inspections. The fire department personnel trained on relay pumping and drafting evolutions, which is anytime we're outside of hydrant district and we don't have hydrants to work with, we set up bag operations or we draft directly out of bodies of water. So that's always a good thing to practice on, because in these rural communities, you're doing a lot of that. So we had a entire evolution based on that. And we also continued some more CPR recertifications for the EMS members. We have 2 personnel that are CPR certified instructors on our department, so we are able to do that in-house now, which is really nice. In terms of the payroll and budgets and personnel, again, I think everything looks really good, which I'm proud to report that there's no overages and everything. So it's been a busy couple of months, but doing really well. A couple updates. We do have the new tanker truck arriving in the next couple weeks. That's been something we've been working on for 4 years now almost. So where our last allotment came through, so that's was built in Canada. It's now in New Hampshire at the Kenworth dealer, getting its final, prep work done and some wiring and stuff like that. But that should be here and, in service within this next month once we get done with all the training on it. So that's really great. Working on a bunch of different grants that are coming through and have come through. Our hose and appliance replacement project is almost done. We're going to be turning back quite a bit of money to the town on that one once those last few bills come in. So we're in good shape. We've been very fortunate with grants, very fortunate with equipment and other things coming in from a lot of different, different agencies, different FEMA, the state, and certainly earmarks from our local legislators. So can't complain. We're doing pretty good. Any questions?
All right, any questions?
Good news, Chief. Very good. Thank you. Good job. As
Chief,
usual.
Yes.
amazing job.
Thank you.
Very much for all you do for the town.
Thank you.
And we're very proud of you and everything you and your team do for us.
Well,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate the support from the board and from town administrator, and welcome, Griffin. We look forward to working with you. We'll be seeing each other a lot, I'm sure, but thank you to all of you guys for the continued support.
All right. Chief Millat? You are up.
Good evening, everyone. I had May and June as well. For May, we logged 1,160 calls. investigated 3 felonies, had 66 incident reports, 10 on-view arrests, 3 warrant arrests, 17 summons arrests, for a total of 30 ARs, 0 protective custodies, 0 juvenile arrests, 177 motor vehicle stops, 106 citations, and 9 motor vehicle accidents. On the first of the month, I met with Andrew Kolaski from PAX Healing. Mr. Kolaski gave me an information on this new program based out of Rochdale. PAX Healing is a mental health and addiction treatment service and will give us another option that we can offer people. On May 6th, we took part in the town voting. Officers assisted with safety at the polls. On the 13th, I, along with the fire department, met with the owners of Laurel Ridge to go over the plan for their upcoming concert season. On the 14th, I attended my monthly Central Mass Chiefs meeting. And on the 15th, I attended the school safety seminar planning, school summer safety planning training. That's easy to say. That was offered for free by the Homeland Security. On the 20th, I attended a meeting at the school in regards to Red Dot and grants that we were looking to apply for. The grants that we are looking to move forward on are school resource officer, school safety improvements, and a tech grant for the PD. Also on the 20th, I attended my monthly Homeland Security meeting. Then on the 21st, all department heads attended a meeting put on by our town administrator. Also this day, I attended a data fair at the elementary school with Superintendent Duff. The students did a fantastic job on their booths. On the 23rd, I spent a few hours at Quabog for Step Up Day. This is when the 6th graders come to Quabog, to the high school, to tour the school and see what they are experiencing next year. On the 24th, the department participated in the Memorial Day Parade. The day was perfect and there was a great turnout. And finally, at the end of the month, the entire department participated in its second round of mandatory firearms qualifications for training year FY25. Move on.
Sure.
Any
Very good.
questions?
Any questions?
Any questions? So, for the month of June, I had a little typo on the top there. It should be 1,074 calls, 9 investigated 9 felonies, 70 incident reports, 4 on-view arrests, 4 warrant arrests, 20 summons arrests for a total of 28 ARs, 0 PC, 0 juvenile arrests that month, 101 motor vehicle stops, 65 citations, and 10 motor vehicle accidents. And for the month of June, on the 3rd of the month, I attended my Homeland Security meeting. On the 7th, I had the honor of being invited to attend the Quabog Class of 2025 graduation ceremony. Congratulations to all the graduating seniors and good luck in the future. On the 10th, I attended my quarterly domestic violence task force meeting with the chief from Ware and Harwick. This meeting, we met our new DV police advocate, Melissa Hutchins, who just started with BHN. Also on the 10th, the levy committee met to discuss the report from the Army Corps of Engineers. We also discussed projects for the levy that we want to see move forward. On the 11th, I attended the Central Mass Chiefs Police meeting. Also on the 11th, the department members Don Guzik, Officer Rodriguez, and Officer Gillespie attended the celebration of life for Mr. Don Mikowski. On the 12th, I submitted a road grant for the Governor's Highway Safety Bureau. This grant will supply overtime for traffic shift, as well as we're asking for 2 more of those electronic speed signs that we have.
Nice.
Also on the 12th was the town's annual town meeting, which thank all that attended and made this a successful meeting. On the 18th, I went to both schools and greeted all the students for their last day. I wish them a happy and safe summer vacation. On the 21st, department members attended the town's fireworks display. The Parks Department again put on a great event. And on the 26th, Sergeant Williams and Officer Gillespie attended a check presentation at the Quabog Regional by DA Joseph Early. The DA presented a check to the school to fund an after-prom event. On the 27th, Officer Cody attended the Parks and Recreation Touch a Truck event. This event was a tremendous event, and I would like to also thank Sergeant Williams for reaching out to the state police, and they came down in one of their vehicles. On the 28th, a vigil was held for Molly Bish at the Town Common, marking 25 years that Molly has been missing from Cummins Pond. My thoughts and prayers go out to the entire Bish family. And finally, throughout the month of June, all members in the department went through the annual review process.
All right. Any questions?
Well, awesome, Chief, very good job, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job, Chief. And
Thank
then,
you, sir.
Your vehicle, one of them, D785. Are you looking at cycling that one out soon?
Yes, so at the annual town meeting, we got half of the funding for that. And then at the next meeting, we'll look to, that one, we're gonna look to replace because it's a problem. That was the first generation hybrid they came out with.
Oh, yeah.
So that one's been in the shop a in its lifetime. So it really should be way over that mileage, but due to the fact that we went weeks without it, that's why it's at 92. So we always wait for that threshold of 100,000 before we come and ask for the cruiser. So the thought
That's
was
what
that.
we got a grant for,
Yeah.
bought it with a grant, and it,
Green Communities gave us, I think, 6,000 for it, for the hybrid. But they worked on the technology. That one, it was out for weeks, and it ended up fighting battle between the upfitter and, of course, Lamro Ford was saying it was the upfitter's fault. Upfitter's saying there's no problems with our wiring. It ended up being Ford's problem, and it was nothing that anyone ever expected. It was the transmission.
Yeah.
It would just shut off and tell you to turn over, pull over. And you have to wait there 20, 30 minutes before it reset, and then it'd start back up and go. And
it's
it ended
great
up
in an
being,
emergency, huh?
yeah, so with the hybrid system, there's 3 computers inside the transmission, and they were malfunctioning. So we didn't have it for probably well over a few months at that period. And that was towards the beginning of its, I think it was at 30,000 miles on it back then when it was having those problems. But now it's starting, light just came on where it says charging system malfunctioning, so it's getting there, needs to be replaced.
Now, the other thing, I got a follow-up question for you, both chiefs. Is he gonna let you play with his new breaching tool?
He never does.
I already had that discussion with the.
He's afraid I'm gonna hurt myself.
With the lieutenant, and they all said that they would love to come down. Yeah.
Great job, chief.
Sometimes he lets me take the pickup truck when I have to get the stuff in the bag. He's nice like
No
that.
way.
Yeah, yeah. People wave to me, think I'm him.
Well, they think you're him.
Yeah.
That's why.
I'm gonna grow a goatee.
Awesome job, chief, and thank you very much for
Thank you.
everything you guys are doing too.
Thanks.
When do we get a ride in the new fire truck? That's what
Well, when that comes in, I'll bring it up, we'll bring it up for a selectmen's meeting, so everyone.
I'm.
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent.
It's coming up nice.
All right, since we're on reports, we'll do the town administrator report next.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. So before you this evening is my June report that I'd like to file with the board. I'd like to start with the finances of the town. Fiscal year 2026 real estate and personal property bills were mailed out on time for the July 1st date. So I'd like to thank all the financial team and the departments for all their hard work, and tax collector getting those bills out on time, and they're out there. 96% of fiscal year 2025 real estate taxes have been collected so far. 99.9% fiscal year 2025 personal property taxes have been collected so far. The total tax collections for the month of June were $176,380.05. Of that, there was $87,184.84 for real estate, $786.91 for personal property, $58,227.49 for motor vehicle excise tax, $19,172.06 for interest and fees, $4,150.30 for sewer liens, $3,020 for registry clears, $1,416 for mobile home parks, $275 for MLC fees, $1,709.33 for rollback taxes, and $438.12 in advertising fees that was collected. So overall, June has been a very busy month. We obviously had town meeting. We had the continued presentation with Tecton. At the end of the month, we had high school graduation. We had wrapping up some of the projects. The Green Communities project was wrapped up at the senior center with the heat pumps and the weatherization permits being closed out. I also attended a Rotary dinner in West Brookfield for the Rotaries of the Brookfields, which also includes Warren, the town of Warren. in marking their anniversary that they just had. Singer Kittredge came through on the side sink tables. Those are now installed at the senior center kitchen, as well as some stainless steel shelving that was provided to us at no cost for above the sink. After talking with Singer Kittredge, they wanted to make it right for us, so they installed some additional stainless steel shelving above our sink that will help our kitchen staff down at the senior center. I also attended a small town administrators conference in Boylston this month, as well as the board had finalized the MOA agreement with the Warren Patrolmen's Association, which goes into effect July 1st, has been in effect now. I know our finance departments, as well as the chief, has been meeting with the accountant to ensure a smooth transition into this new agreement, because this new agreement has different enhancements that were not in the old agreement that need to be accounted for in terms of payroll purposes and processing payroll. So I am still waiting to hear back from the association with their final review of the contract. That could take another month or two, and then hopefully we will have the contract fully ratified in front of the board for a meeting very soon. That is the recap that I'd like to provide the board for the month of June.
All right, any questions?
It was a lot quicker than I expected.
No, sir, very good job.
Questions? All right, thank you, Jim.
Thanks.
All right, continued discussion regarding the execution of the eviction process for 38 Elm Street and next steps.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. We've been working with our tax title attorney, Coppola and Coppola, and David Coppola had emailed us earlier this month indicating that he has secured the final judgment for the eviction process, and now we have to execute that judgment. And he's laid out this next steps in this email on July 2nd that was sent to us in terms of what the next steps are in the process. And so we have to get the judgment, the execution of possession and judgment has to be served by a sheriff to 38 Elm Street and its occupants or potential occupants. Then the town would have to secure a certified moving company to get any potential contents, if they are not taken, whatever contents are there. In the moving company would have to take those contents, store them in a warehouse, and notify the owners, of their personal property. The town would have to upfront the costs for that. We would then recoup those costs once the house is listed by a real estate agent and sold. And so, hoping that the costs will be recovered during the sale of the property. I wanted to give the board the update. I know the last time we talked, the board had authorized us to move forward with the eviction. Now I'm seeking authorization to move forward with the serving of the execution of the possession and money judgment by a sheriff, and then as well as securing a certified moving company to go to the property and then to board and secure the property, as well as change the locks of the property as well. So we have money about $4,000 to board and secure tax title properties. We do not have money or funds to hire a moving company. However, after really thinking about this, and, I thought maybe we would need a reserve account transfer, but, since this is considered a legal action, we could take legal funds, legal expense funds to pay for this, not having to go to the FinCom to ask for a reserve account transfer. So, however, if, depending on what the cost is, we may have to put an article on in the fall to address if we took 15,000 or 20,000, whatever it would cost to do the move, out of legal, then we would have to put it back.
Well, with the sale of the house, this should be able to replenish that, though.
It should be able to replenish it, but the sale probably won't be captured for quite some time. There's a new process for disposing of these properties. We have to get a real estate agent. It has to be listed for a period of time. There's a whole bunch of new steps as opposed to us just doing it as an auction. The state changed the law. And so, this is gonna require us a little bit more work, but, I think we need to move as quickly as possible to get all these steps in here, because there is time, components to this as well, that we have to act in certain periods of time in order to have the judgment that was just given to us be enforced.
Okay. All right. Any questions, or?
Nope, I'm good with it. We went this far, we have to go all the way
Yeah,
through.
Yeah. I agree.
We're not getting any money anyways, so the only way we could do it is enforce the order and ensure that, we can get some good residents in there, and
Yeah, it's been a problem property for a while, so,
they haven't paid taxes the entire time they've lived in town, so,
yeah.
that's a problem.
I am good with the motion. I'm just wondering how many houses like that we have in town.
Hopefully not many more,
Yeah.
but there are more.
Yeah, like I said, I'm okay with the motion.
All right, so what is the motion?
So the motion would be to authorize the execution of the possession and money judgment, as well as to authorize the town administrator to enter into an agreement with a moving company to move the possessions out of there, and to board and secure the property,
In storage.
storage.
Said moved.
Is there a second?
Second,
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye. Motion carries.
Okay, thank you.
All right, discussion with a possible vote to reappoint Mr. Richard Ihacker as the Board of Selectmen alternate representative to the Central Mass Regional Planning Commission. Well,
I'm a big no on that one.
that's fine.
No, I'm
I'll
good.
second that.
I'm good too.
All right,
Okay, I'll make a motion to reappoint Mr. Richard Ihawker as the Board of Selectmen alternate representative to the Central Massachusetts Regional Planning Commission.
Second that,
All in favor?
Derek Bailey's aye.
David Dufresne, aye. The motion passes.
I abstain. Okay. Discussion with a possible vote to change the custodian for petty cash to Mr. Griffin Harrington.
This is just a technical thing,
Yeah, it looks like it, huh?
procedural. Because you gotta take it off of Karen,
Yeah,
and,
Yes.
put it onto Griffin.
all
I'm
right.
good with it.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to change the custodian for petty cash to Mr. Griffin Harrington.
Is there a second?
Second,
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye. Carries.
Look at that, more responsibility.
Discussion and possible vote on any final fiscal year 25 line item transfer requests.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have four, I believe, line item transfer requests in front of you. Just as a matter of clarification, the FinCom was scheduled to meet today. They had a quorum issue, and they are scheduled to meet on these on Monday at 4. So before you this evening is one from the Highway Department for $59.67. And this is for overtime that was worked, and this is for emergency call-ins. The other one is from the Sewer Department, and that is a request for $30,000 to be transferred from wages to purchase service line, and that's for the design services for the scum pump. The project will cost more than anticipated. The sewer commissioners met on July 8th. They have supported this transfer, and their documentation is incorporated into your packets. The Board of Health is looking for $28.72 to be transferred from landfill supplies to rabies, Board of Health rabies control, unforeseen submittal of rabies that needed to be tested. We are looking for, the Board of Selectmen is looking for $3,200 to be taken from legal expenses to the Shepherd Purchase Services. We are waiting on a Warren water bill that we still haven't received yet. We don't know what the bill is going to be. We are waiting on C2 Adams Energy for June's bill. We don't have an amount yet. And the Verizon fax and Verizon bill just came in, and we need to pay these bills. The utility costs were higher than anticipated, so we're looking to take care of that through the transfer. We have quite a bit of surplus in legal this year. We need to move that over.
Okay, so each of these are a separate motion?
Correct.
Okay, so why don't we have just, is there any general questions or discussion on any of these?
No.
No, sir.
Okay, so then I need four motions.
You would.
He said.
Make a motion to approve the Highway Department's request for transfer for $59.67.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye. Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve the Sewer Department's request for a line item transfer of $30,000.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye.
I make a motion to approve the Board of Health's request for a line item transfer for $28.72.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye.
And I make a motion to approve the line item transfer for the Board of Selectmen for the amount of $3,200.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye. All those pass.
Thank you.
All right. Discussion and possible vote to encumber funds for bills not yet received but owed in fiscal year '25, and to review articles that need to be left open.
Yep.
Is that worded correctly?
Yep. So, first one, if you want to look over the article, keeping the articles left open, the articles that are under the auspices of the Board of Selectmen, the update or purchase of lease of new computers. We have a small little balance left in there. That project is completed. We can turn that back over to the general fund. The website upgrades for town website, we could leave that open for potential for next year. Staff training, I'd like to leave that open as well for next year, as we are anticipating some additional trainings that are going to be put on. The wage classification study, we received a grant for a majority of that. That project is closed out. We can turn back that $5,000 for the wage classification study. Maintenance of town-owned buildings, there's a small amount there. We used up most of the money to maintain the buildings. We can turn that back because we've gotten a new allocation of funds as of July 1st, and we don't have any bills outstanding. In the Veterans Honor Roll supplies, I would leave that open. It was under the Veterans Veterans Council, I believe, at one point. But since the Veterans Council has been disbanded, and there's no members, I would leave that open. There's been a push by the Warren Rural Improvement Group to take on the restoration of the honor roll. And Warren Rural Improvement Group, I don't know if he's a member, John Dijak,
Yep.
came to see me a few weeks ago and asked for some assistance on getting some quotes. I got him a quote, or I got the group a quote to do the restoration work. They have approved that quote. But, you know, with this money that's out there, I don't know if the board would have a problem using some of these funds, or if not all of them, to take care of the, you know, the upgrade to the honor roll thing. So what they would do is they would put a whole new plexiglass, redo the lip around it, and redo all the names.
Didn't we just have somebody work on that, though?
So what they
They
did
did
was
the base.
painted it.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
painted it and they planted some flowers in
Okay.
front.
Oh, I
So-
thought they did more restoration.
No, so the
Okay.
names never got restored, which is the crux of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And the plexiglass is so faded that it needs to
Yeah,
be new.
Okay.
There is a company that would be willing to do this. One of the biggest things about this project is the names. And we don't, not that I found here yet, and I've asked the veterans agent, and the veterans agent's gonna check with a few places that she knows of, as well as the local historical commission, to know if there's the master list somewhere. Doesn't appear that one has come up yet. So we don't know if that list that is currently on there is complete. Probably not.
Yeah.
And so what is going to be done there to make the names stay more long-term is something where you can't really add to it, because it's gonna be like a raised lettering
Yeah.
type of thing. So the gentleman who's looking to design this is looking to design it in sections, because there's 17 rows of names there. And it comes from all different conflicts and wars that the country's been in. And so there's gonna be a portion there that hopefully that the last section, where you would only have to replace that last section if you wanted to add names. Because I envision the moment that this honor roll plaque is completed, somebody's gonna say, hey, you know, my son or my daughter or my relative is not on there. And I would feel terrible for just spending all this money and not having it on there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make that provision of that last plaque, so something could be added in the future. There would be an additional cost, however, you won't have to replace the whole entire thing. And then, also what we would probably look to do is get the person who's gonna do the restoration of the names is gonna give us an Excel spreadsheet of the names. We'll put the names on our website. Maybe we can get them posted in the newspaper. I don't know, maybe we can. If we can, then we would say, hey, look, if you know of anybody else that should be on this list, let us know by, 2 weeks from now, a month from now, so that the names can be added. So it lets the public know that, you know, we're trying to do some outreach to make sure that we have a complete list.
Okay.
You can add to the website too.
Website, yep.
I don't know, what do you think? I'm in favor of that.
I'm good with everything.
Yeah. The only thing I'm questioning is, maintenance of town buildings. So when you say turn back, that just goes into free cash.
Correct,
As opposed to keeping it in the fund.
correct.
I mean, it's almost $2,000.
Right.
Why wouldn't we just keep it in there? Because there's always things to do here.
I just don't
sewer.
have any bills for 2025.
So it's, we can't use it because we're going into 2026 money now.
Yeah, but you don't have any bills for the veterans thing either, though, right? I guess I don't understand that.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I misunderstood your question. So, yeah, if you wanted to, I mean, you could keep it open, yes.
We
Yeah.
can roll it over and use 2025
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is,
Yeah.
rolling it over.
Rolling it over, I'm sorry.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, stuff like, you know,
But
once.
I mean, this is an old list. I don't think that there's $1,900 there. I
Oh.
think there may be a few $100 there.
Oh, okay,
This was printed, you know, earlier in June, so.
okay.
So why would we make a motion on this if this is not correct anymore?
Well,
Yeah.
no,
We don't even know if this money's still where it is.
no, the money is still there. It's just the amount may be different. Like, that one's probably the one that changed the most. These other ones haven't changed. The website hasn't changed, the staff training hasn't changed, and the Veterans Honor Roll hasn't changed, because there's been no expenditures out of there.
Okay.
The wage classification, I know that's closed, that hasn't changed.
Yeah, something like that makes sense to turn over, because it was a project, it's
It's done.
done, and we have money left
Right.
over. But I would say, you know, even if there's $200 in maintenance of town buildings, let's
Okay.
just roll it over.
So we're keeping open the website, the staff training, and the building maintenance then?
In the honor roll.
In the honor roll. So we're keeping them all open. And we're not rolling anything over.
No, the wage
We're not-
study is gone, and the purchase and lease of new computers, we can turn over.
And we got all the computers, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing, okay,
And that's it?
That's it.
okay, so those would close.
Well, hang on. The COA roof repair can get turned over too.
COA roof repair, where's that?
So the $25,000 we got an earmark, so we can turn that back over to cash.
Yeah, but where is it on here?
It's right above the veterans.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we're gonna close that out. Oh, was that town allocated money that we?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. And there's nothing else that we could do? Does it have to go to a roof repair?
Yes, yeah, because that was an article.
It's just going back in the general fund.
So
Yeah,
we'll go
it's
back
fine.
to free cash.
Reallocate somewhere else if we need to.
Or can it go into like a future roof repair? I mean, is it, so is it,
Go
For the senior
specific.
center.
for the, right, it is tagged for senior center roof repair.
Yeah.
So is it worth just sticking it in that bucket for like 10 years from now or something?
Why wouldn't we just vote for it 10 years from now?
Okay, well, I mean, we got it sitting there, right? I mean, it's already been
I
approved.
think that's whoever precedes us
Yeah,
decision,
okay, all right.
so. All right, we good?
I'm good.
Okay, I'll make a motion to turn over the following accounts. The updated purchase of new computers and wage classification study and the senior center roof repair.
Is there a second?
Second,
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Rich Hacker, aye. Motion carries.
I'll make a motion to leave open the following accounts: the town website upgrades, the staff training, the maintenance of town buildings and veterans honor roll supplies.
Is there a second?
Second,
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
So is that it on that? Okay, cool. All right. Number 12, review of a requested vote to add desk drawers and a.
Oh, no,
That
we
would
have
be
the
the
encumbrances.
encumbrance too.
Oh, sorry.
You said that was it.
Discussion
No, for the other ones,
for
yeah.
10. Discussion and possible vote to encumber funds for bills not yet received but owed in fiscal year 2025 and to review articles that need to be left open. Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
So these are the bills that we're anticipating getting, that we have not.
I thought we were entirely done with that agenda.
That we're not, that we have not received yet.
Okay.
Some of them, and that we have to encumber some of the funds.
And this is just select board stuff, right?
Select board
Yeah,
stuff,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with,
So, you get it? Derek?
I'm good.
So I'll make a motion to encumber the following items. Power Products for $2,561.70. Power Products for $590.84. Power Products for $2,631.46. Power Products for $513.52. C2MA Adams for $1,500. C2MA Adams for $1,000. And Warren Water for $1,000.
is there a second?
Second,
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Rich Hacker, aye. Motion carries. All right. Now, review of requested quote to add desk drawers and a glass top to the Selectmen's meeting room desk. All right.
What's this about?
Prior to Karen leaving, I believe she was asked to get quotes for drawers and a desktop for this new desk setup. And so MassCore provided us with that quote. The quote is $1,603.67 to do the drawers and to do a glass top.
So,
This is, I will let the board know, this was not budgeted for, so.
Yeah. so subsequent to this too, Karen looked, when she got the quote about a glass top. So the problem is, there's already been like stains and stuff from people putting, wet beverage things on the desk.
Coasters,
Yeah.
$3.
Well,
Coasters.
Karen looked up on Amazon, you can buy like, what did you see what she found? Oh, okay. I mean, it was literally like for $30 or something, you can buy some stuff that's a desk protector. And so we could run it all the way along here and just protect the whole thing.
Is it like a cheap plastic thing that?
It's, well, it's $30, so is it cheap? Yeah, but it's not glass, which is, you know,
I guess the hard part.
$500 plus dollars.
The hard part will be the shape.
Yeah.
Well, this is something you can cut.
I'm not cutting it. That looks like a very difficult task.
So it would just protect this from scuffs, from water, from whatever.
Yeah, but then it's gonna make it look cheap,
Maybe we
whatever
do,
we put on there, because we
Yeah,
What if
spent all
we-
the nice be presentable.
what if
I
we
think
do
we
a,
should probably get some coasters, if it's the drinks that's the problem.
as long as people use them, you
what if,
know.
what if we do
Well,
a.
We send out an email, hey, if you're gonna have, it's okay to have drinks in here, but if you're gonna do that, use a coaster.
Yeah.
We could buy a set of coasters for,
What if we do,
$10.
what if we do two policies? One is no food or drinks over here and a halftime break so you can get a drink and something.
Well, I don't know, but,
I
I mean,
know.
we all got drinks.
I know.
every one of us is violating that already.
Can we get coasters with the town seal? That would look kinda cool.
I can do that.
You can do anything with money.
All right, so you wanna just go with coasters?
Yeah, let's
Okay,
just
and
get
a
some
memo?
coasters and a
All
memo,
right,
send
that's
out
great.
saying, hey,
All right,
put, put your drinks on the coaster.
Yeah.
Now, for the drawers, we gotta be careful how we do them, because remember, this is for handicap.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it needs to stay handicapped, so whatever
Anything
they
you do
go.
under here is gonna take away that. because
Yeah,
you
but
can't
we
put
can
a
leave,
wheelchair
we
on
can
it.
leave the corners.
Mm-hmm.
The issue of the drawers was, we're looking for a solution if somebody does this. Literally, if I put my weight on it, this comes up.
No, we fixed that.
Yeah,
You got it?
It should, yeah, there's
It's anchored.
Yeah.
it's
it's
practical
anchored to the
now.
ground.
Yeah, Mike did that.
But that's where the drawers come in place, you know, thinking about they can provide some support when that happens.
Oh,
As I say, if you're looking for pens or something like that, we could just get a couple of those
Yeah.
things from Staples for pens.
well, I mean, all this crap, like the bylaws and, you know, all this stuff. It's just like, it's all sitting out. The other desks, we had like 6 drawers and a center drawer. You could put all kinds of stuff in there, so.
See, the problem with that, then people start leaving all their own junk in there.
You mean like my cough drops?
Yes.
Those are
When it's,
valuable in the
when it's
winter.
meant for the town,
Yeah, I know.
in all the departments, it's not meant for somebody's personal drawer to be here. And I think if we add personal drawers there, that's what people are gonna be using them for.
Yeah, I
And they'll
don't
just
know.
become cluttered. You could probably just do the same thing if you need town bylaws, well, and that's, if you put anything over on that end, then it eliminates Jim. Same thing with Griffin.
Yeah, and takes away the handicap.
Or some of the
aspect.
boards with 5 people, it's gonna take away that.
Yeah,
And it just makes it too personable for people to put all their own junk in there and leave stuff in there like cough drops.
So let's see how it goes, maybe we
I
can
think if
survive without.
you want pen stuff, just put a couple pen things in there and put some nice town pens in there,
mm-hmm,
and that's it.
all right.
Cause drawer, how much for drawers?
Yeah, they weren't
$781.
Yeah,
$781 dollars
For
for
5
a couple drawers that are gonna make us non-compliant with ADA.
yeah,
How about you know, something that needs its power for the computer?
so Travis is working on that.
Okay.
He's gonna
It's a switcher.
have a box in the center. It's gonna have power, network, Ethernet, HDMI, and USB for the OWL.
Nice.
So basically, instead of having these cords like running
Yeah.
to the wall, well, those might
Or
sit
like
there.
the way you have your cord over there too.
Yeah, yeah.
Because in case of an emergency, we'll have to leave here quickly, that might be a hassle.
Trip hazard, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be just plugging in
Yeah.
up here and keep it off of there, especially if we have somebody with a wheelchair. We get kind of get them off the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we avoid all this too.
And that's something else we should look at, is how we can run that underneath there for the
Yeah.
mics, to keep it off the floor, or do something that anchors to the floor better.
Yeah, yeah, this just floats around.
Safety, number one.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right,
So,
So I think we should look at other options for this then.
okay, that sounds good. All right. We are at warrants and bills
Oh my God,
with our new
new format here.
tables.
They're so big. Okay, I'll make a motion for the following warrants. Payroll number 33 for $199,743.82. Accounts payable number 52-25 for $11,133. Accounts payable number 5325, $49,379.66. Accounts payable number 54 -25 for $179,772.73. And accounts payable number 1-26 for $126,011.76. Accounts payable 01-26, or is that 01A dash 26? For $713,614, and accounts payable 02-26 for $74,718.55.
Is there a second?
second,
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's eye.
Rich Hacker, aye. Motion
Before we
carries.
move to the next one, who's Tom Berube? And why are we giving him $6,000?
That is for emergency management, that is for the levy safety committee, and that is for salt bags, for bags for sandbags.
That's the name of the company, it's Tom Berube Supplies and Equipment, it's the name, it's not an actual, it's a person, but that's the name of the company, and that's where Jim gets a lot of the emergency management stuff from.
Okay.
So these are salt bags?
It's
Sand.
sandbags.
Sandbags.
Sandbags, yeah.
I'm like, why are we
So-
using salt bags for the levy?
Sandbags.
Sandbags. Okay. All right. Yeah, we knew we had to order those to maintain compliancy with the Corps of Engineers. Okay, I'm ready.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll make a motion to pay the following bills. Tom Berube for $6,000. WB Mason for $89.49. Modern Pest for $117. Northern Tree Service for $8,400. KP Law for $4,623.67. Verizon for $24.60. Capola and Capola for $2,346.67. Turley Publications for $73.94. Merrick Law for $1,027.50. American Tower Corps for $2,379.52. Verizon Wireless for $1,067.50. Weston and Sampson Engineers for $10,000. Central Mass Regional Planning Commission for $65,901. And Civic Plus for $3,680.61.
And I'll just note, those are FY '25 bills. So is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye.
And I'll make a motion to pay the FY '26 bills. Entree Technologies for $75. Easy True Value for $14.99. Maya for $148,297. Hamden Communications Corp. for $1,950. Comcast for $559.78.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye. All right, if I could have a motion on minutes.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the following minutes for June 5th, 2025, and June 26th, 2025.
Is there a second?
You were here both those days, right?
I wasn't on the second one, so that's why I'm holding the,
Where's the 26th?
Okay, so I gotta redo.
Oh, yeah, okay. So do your June 5th one.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for June 5th, 2025.
Is there a second?
second.
All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye.
I'll make a motion
Motion
to
carries.
approve the June 26th, 2025 minutes.
Second. All in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Richi Hacker, aye. Motion carries. Town Administrator Report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. So this week, I'd like to talk a little bit about some of the projects that are wrapping up and some of the ongoing projects that are currently underway in town. I'm not sure if the board.
Hold on, stop. I was absent June 5th.
What?
I know, I'm surprised.
Oh, you were? All
So you
right,
gotta redo the June 5th one.
all right. So what, you want to rescind your motion?
I rescind my motion for
Minutes.
June 5th's motion, minutes.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry,
Um,
Griffin.
All good.
So I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes for June 5th, 2025.
Second. All in favor?
Derek Bailey's aye.
Richi Hacker, aye. Motion carries. I had perfect attendance.
You
All
get
right.
your gold star at the end of the year.
Thank you.
No,
All right.
you just missed one. We did it together. We were alone once.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, you did miss one.
not on those days.
Not on those 2 ones, but you did miss. You get a,
We're not talking about
you get a
that.
bronze star.
All right, sorry, Jim.
No problem. So I just wanted to bring to the board's attention and to the public's attention a couple things that have been happening in and around town. One, for the last, I would say, month or so, there's been an onslaught of Verizon trucks in town. And
Yeah,
I'm not sure if everybody has picked up on that, but those Verizon trucks are related to the board's support of a FiOS grant that was awarded to Verizon Wireless from the state to install FiOS to every household in Warren, in West Warren. So the trucks have been out and about, they've been doing the install, it's gonna take some time to do the complete install of FiOS, but that's important to recognize, because, you know, there's probably a half a dozen trucks in town, okay? I see the trucks every morning at Dippin' Donuts. They're getting their coffees, they're getting their donuts, they're getting their breakfasts. In the afternoon, they're going to All Town to either gas up their truck or to get a snack or to do something. And I've seen some of the guys in Mason's.
Oh, good.
So,
That's awesome.
you know, those things have big impacts in terms of, you know, the FiOS that is coming to every resident as an option, but also has some spin-off on economic development inadvertently.
Yeah.
By having workers here, staff here, and also details.
Yeah, I was just gonna, police detail, right?
Details. So these are things that, you know, with the board support that you guys supported, that we were so fortunate enough to get this grant from the state, it's happening, and it's ongoing. So I just wanted the residents and the board to be aware of that. This week has been a very busy week. I'd like to also publicly welcome Griffin Harrington, our new administrative assistant to the Board of Selectmen and the Town Administrator. Griffin, thank you for joining us and being part of the team here. We really look forward to working with you, and we've already hit the ground running on a lot of different projects and initiatives and different things, and so thank you, and please, to the public, stop in and say hello to Griffin when you're by. I also want to report to the board that I attended the first administrative meeting for the Rutland, for the new Central Mass dispatch, which was this Tuesday. It was held in Rutland. We talked about ongoing initiatives where, you know, it looks like the town of Spencer is close to joining.
Ooh, good. That's awesome.
The town of Southbridge
Really?
and Sturbridge are talking about it. Charlton is also talking about it, but Spencer is right there, is my understanding. They either have signed or is going to be signing an MOA. And so, you know, we're trying to get other communities in there to ultimately lower the cost of our assessments. That's what our goal is, to provide the continuing good service at a lower price. So, you know, we're looking at ways to do that. We had some vacancies on the board because there's some interims. I don't know if there's an interim in Rutland yet, but I think there's an interim in Barry. So Rutland and Barry slots are open. Their town administrators are vacant right now. So we're waiting for some people to join the board there. We're continuing on. Ocam was there, Hubbardston was there, myself, Director Moriarty was there, as well as The assistant director was there, and we talked about ongoing expansion, potential sites, and looking at some opportunities for the future. So we had our first meeting there. Our Green Communities Grant, have received our final inspection on Wednesday, the 9th. I'm pushing to get this closed out as quickly as possible, so that we can be eligible to apply for Green Communities in the fall. I've already circled around with Superintendent Duff to see if he's got some projects for Warren Community Elementary that could, benefit from Green Communities. So he was really excited that, that we were having these initial discussions, so there may be a project that he has over at the Warren Community Elementary that could be done. So we're looking at that, but Green Communities was impressed with the work that was done at the senior center and here. They have approved the inspection. The inspection was approved to the standards of Green Communities. So we are done with the inspection. We're waiting on our final reimbursement for that money. I will be also, I also attended this week on Tuesday night. We had continued mediation for the school contracts for the teachers. That was on Tuesday night, and that lasted till about 8 o'clock, from 5 to 8 over at the school. We're still in mediation. We have another date set for mediation, which is September 25th. Is the next mediation date. So there's still proposals going back and forth, and hopefully we can get the contract somewhat resolved soon. Cutter Park redesign group met this afternoon in my office. Myself, Jeremy Olson, Sue Ramsey, John O'Leary. We met as reviewing the submitted proposals. We went out for requests for qualifications for firms that will redo Cutter Park. We had 6 firms apply. We finished the scoring, and John is tabulating the scores as we speak, and an award is going to be coming out very soon with a company, and so that project will be moving forward very soon, and that's through CDBG funds. The senior center, I've been asked to stop by the senior center tomorrow at 1. If any member is available to stop by, they're going to be giving over some quilts that were made for all the hard work that Sharon and staff have done, Paula and Gail. The sewing club has made some quilts, and they're going to have some presentation made over with staff, and the sewing club had reached out to me to ask if I would be able to stop by. I will stop by. I would like to extend that offer to the board as well, if they would like to stop by tomorrow at 1. So those quilts will be handed over. Also at the senior center on the 24th this month, we did send out the email. The Warren Senior Center is having a clam bake at 11:30 on the 24th. So if you do plan on attending, please let Sharon know, that you'd like to be attending.
I'm not a big lobster person.
Well, they do have a chicken option.
Yeah.
So
You live in New England and you don't even like seafood?
No, I like seafood. I don't like
I'm on a
lobster, though.
seafood diet.
Seal food, get it?
So we're in the process of closing out fiscal year '25. Everybody is completely busy, every department, making sure we get all the bills paid, everything's accounted for. We've got a finance committee meeting set for Monday to review the line item transfers that were just reviewed. you know, in some of the money that was spent in fiscal year '25 that was approved tonight, this Tom Boudry and this Northern Tree Service were two things that were identified by the levy safety committee as well as the Army Corps of Engineers that needed to be addressed. So this Tom Boudry Supply Company, we purchased, sandbags, a whole bunch of sandbags to be filled for the levee, as well as Northern Tree. We contracted with Northern Tree again to do some more takedown of some of that brush that was identified in the levy report to be taken down. So the levy committee had came to me and asked to get these projects moving. So I worked with Jimmy McKeon. Jimmy McKeon was very helpful. We were able to get those projects completed under the fiscal '25 bills. So now we'll get a new onslaught of funds for fiscal year '26. It's another $25,000 to do other things in the pipeline.
And with that, we might actually have a donation from a sandbagging machine too,
Okay,
because somebody made a offer of a sandbagging machine that we could utilize instead of trying to create a chain of people to fill the sandbags. You just put the sandbags in and dump sand into the top of it, and it would fill them for you.
Yeah, that's excellent.
So a resident who has made several donations to us in the past for equipment offered that also,
Okay.
so.
I did also let the chair know several weeks ago, I will be out of town on the 16th of July, returning on the 22nd July.
What is it again?
So who's replacing you?
I'll have my phone there.
So what are the dates again?
The 16th of July to the 22nd.
Town shuts down.
Let's give all your stuff to Griffin,
Yeah.
right?
I'll be gone from the 15th
What?
to the 18th as well. I'm being put on orders. I have to fly an aircraft from Texas back to Massachusetts, so I will be gone. Got room in the back.
All right. So, for the meeting on the 24th, can you get us an update on where Verizon is and, in the process?
In terms of,
Well, like how
How far in the
Complete.
process they are?
yeah, how complete
oh,
are
I
they?
can try to reach out to them to see
Yeah,
if they
just
can
see
give us,
what-
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
They get a giant spool sitting on Southbridge Road still
yeah,
of the fiber optic line,
yeah.
so.
They look like they're working in town, like downtown right now, so do you know if they've been, are they going to your house?
They ain't going to my house.
Oh,
They have to.
they said that they would cover every house.
They
Yeah.
are not gonna come in my house.
That's what,
That's what
she
the
said,
grant was for,
she said
so.
on the computer, on the Zoom.
Yeah, I'd be curious.
They'd have to run telephone poles up to my house to be able to get it up to my house. There's no way.
Well,
They'd have to run it all the way through West Brookfield and up the road again.
Adam, have you, any activity by you or Ray, either of you?
I've seen them out in our area. I couldn't confirm exactly what roads they've done, but they've been pretty much all over the place. 'cause I
Oh,
know
they have,
several of
okay.
several of the firefighters are traffic constables, so they've been out doing the details for them, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been quite a bit. And I know there's some underground stuff going on as well. A lot of it, some of
Yep.
it's run underground, so.
Yeah,
I haven't noticed anything yet, but
okay,
I've noticed them all around, but.
yeah, okay. All right,
I do have a lot of residents asking about it though, about the
They-
high-speed
They
internet.
put a sign out where they're working, I don't know if you've seen
Yeah,
it, it says
Fios.
Fios coming soon.
yeah, yeah. So the other question I have is, dispatch center, they talked about building a new one, right?
Yeah.
So now they're really gonna do that if they get 4 towns, right?
Mhm.
So,
Warren is centrally located.
well, that was my pitch. We have this big mill complex, right?
Oh, no,
So-
I'll definitely be trying to push. They're looking, as opposed to building new, they're looking to redo
Hmm,
a building, an
okay,
existing building.
I mean, maybe that
The mill,
building 14.
yeah.
You'll
Right.
notice that Westcom, which is a comparable, you know, what they're trying to do, Westcom is for Western Massachusetts. That's their dispatch center, and that's right off of the Mass Pike. That was an old building, I think it was Salter College before that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so their grand opening, I think, Steve Crystal was just telling me, is Monday. So
Oh.
they finished their project, so that's.
So that's a
West-
dispatch center.
That's Western Mass's dispatch center, so I think
Okay.
they do Chicopee, Long Meadow, Munson, Palmer may even be part of that. But there's a whole bunch of towns that are, and a couple cities that are in that.
Okay.
Also mention Coy Hill, because the elevation of Coy Hill is very good for signal.
Mhm.
No,
For
we
a
don't
tower.
want anything on Coy Hill,
No.
no.
Mill.
Coy Hill's a forest,
Oh, but it's
not
just
a,
a tower.
Oh, you don't want the radio waves hitting you, right?
no.
All right. All right, any other questions for Jim?
No, sir?
All
Good job.
right. Any new business?
No, sir?
Any old business?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I would like to say thank you very much to the Parks Department and everybody that participated in the fireworks, because that was an amazing fireworks show. Thank you for, the fire department and, the police department assisting in the display. A lot of people were there. Actually, a lot of people were commenting. There was a lot more people this year than there were a couple years ago, because we haven't had them for a couple years. But they did a really good job and very good display, as
Excellent.
usual. And then the Parks Day Camp for the kids is going on at Dean Park right now. And Danielle Fountain, who is there, is doing an amazing job. She's, my kids have been loving it, and all the kids have been praising everything they've been doing and having a lot of fun. And it's a great opportunity for kids that haven't entered it, see if they can. But it is going on right now, and it's a great option for the kids. Do something during the summer.
Cool. Anything else? Old business? All right, correspondence. We have a Mass DOT bridge report, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah,
It
we're
is
looking at
the-
that.
Two bridges, one's on Pulaski, one's on South Street, and they go over Wigwam Brook. And I know one of them, we have a grant, right, to fix?
Do we?
I think so. I think the Pulaski Street one.
Pulaski Street one, I thought that the state's gonna do something with
Yeah,
that.
Because they're both in really bad condition.
yeah.
And there's one where the center beam is completely missing. That's the one going over Pulaski and Wigwam.
This one where it's all rusted out?
Yeah. And it says,
It's crazy.
center beam missing.
Yeah. Yep,
So, yeah,
definitely in need of
I think
repair.
we might want to talk to our local architect slash engineer and see what he thinks about those.
I think they're in pretty bad shape from the report.
Mm,
The way they look, it's terrible.
Yeah.
If they can, they propose some solutions.
Well, they just do the
They're just gonna-
inspection.
They're gonna rebuild these. Wow, yeah, this is,
They're real bad.
Well, if it was me, it was like I would just redo the whole thing over,
yeah, they're gonna
Yeah.
do that.
because they are
Well, I don't know,
way
that little
past.
culvert that we have to do for South Street by the mill complex,
Mm-hmm,
Jeremy was saying that's gonna cost us $1 million.
yeah, that's why I need a grant.
So,
I mean,
But
does the
that's,
rate,
that'll come from the MVP, process, and we can get an action grant.
we're gonna have to work on something like that because these bridges, they're getting real bad.
Yep,
I couldn't find on the report if there was a serious, threat of, collapsing and having School Street unpassable.
I think they would have said something like that.
I couldn't
right?
find anything, so they're in bad shape, but they're not about to collapse.
Right. Yeah, I think we would have gotten a big red flag.
It really doesn't say. And I've never seen on a report where they said catastrophic failure is about to happen
yeah.
or anything like that. They just say it's really, really bad. That's it.
Yep.
Repair, rehabilitation, or reconstruction of any bridges.
So I think one of our biggest advantages of the second bridge is that there's more rust holding it together than steel. And
Yeah.
we probably shouldn't do anything about the rust.
Yeah, don't go scraping it.
Yeah, don't scrape the rust off because that's the bridge.
The bricks look pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have like a plan if, for example, the one on Southbridge Road collapses? Is there a way to go around or something easy to do from the highway department?
No, that goes to school. And
You'd have to do Reed Street or,
So it'll be a
Road.
there'll be
complete,
serious traffic.
a complete,
That's something
Shortcut.
you guys might wanna start looking at as a recommendation. If one of those bridges fail and we have to reroute traffic, how are you gonna reroute traffic through the town? Because, have you guys seen these bridge reports?
I have not seen them yet, no.
yeah, if you want, Griffin can give you a copy or email
Yeah,
you
if you
a
could
copy.
send me a copy of
If
it.
you wanna take that one, you can take mine.
Okay, thank you.
Look at those.
Well, I
Chief.
think South Street,
one for him.
you can do some creative rerouting. Pulaski Street's, I don't think it's one way in, one way out, you'd have to go
That's
through the
only
mill
one way.
complex.
Well, that's the thing.
Pulaski, you could probably go through the mill complex there.
That's the only other
That's
way
the
in
only
and
other way to
out.
get around, yeah. Comes on the
But come up with an
backside.
option, see if you can look at a way they can get through, if it's the mill complex that they have to use. Because we would have to get an agreement to the mill complex to utilize it for public safety in an event, so we'd have to sign an agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we don't wanna wait to the last minute to do this, so.
yeah, that might not be bad, like an emergency easement agreement or something, you know?
They said they would grant us any easement we want,
Mhm.
so we should probably start working on those easements with the mill complex and add this in there as an emergency reroute.
So with the easements, the new study that is coming out, for Pulaski Street, Weston and Sampson is gonna be doing those easements, is gonna be working on getting
Okay.
those easements,
Okay.
and researching them.
'Cause
For the
even-
levy?
For
For the
the
road.
levy,
For the levy,
yeah, is all part of that.
okay.
Cause even when that particular bridge gets repaired,
You're gonna have to reroute.
yeah, you have to reroute.
And you gotta think school traffic too, because school traffic going up that road.
Mm-hmm. That's a little wider, maybe they could do half and
Half and
half,
half.
but Pulaski it's like a lane and a half sort of, so I don't even know.
Yeah,
Might just
just
be-
a heads up, right? It's like a heads up.
Yeah,
And they also notify you guys that these are eligible for Chapter 90 funds. So the funds that we receive every year, although we don't receive a ton, and these projects are a lot of money, you can use, Chapter 90 funds.
We received just under $1 million in just for that little culvert at the end of South Street, or there on South Street, is gonna be $1 million. I could only imagine what these are gonna cost. I
Just
don't know.
$1 million a
I
foot.
would- Yeah, I would ask Jeremy to start looking into some serious options, because we have to do something. We can't wait for them to fail.
Mhm.
yeah. All right. Any comments and concerns from the board?
No.
No, sir?
Nothing. Comments and concerns from the public? Joe? Step up.
Joe Condrat, resident. Well, a lot has happened in the last 3 or 4 weeks. First of all, I'd like to thank Jim for attending the Molly Bish Memorial. the family there really appreciated you representing the town. Among other things that have happened in the last month, and knowing that there's always copycats. I believe it was in California, there was a brush fire started, and a sniper took out 2 battalion chiefs before he was taken down. Recently in Texas, 10 people attempted to ambush a border patrol station. And I would like to recommend to both chiefs, if you're going to go out, be aware of your situation around you. Yes, Warren is a small town, you have a small force, but you only need one nutcase that you don't know about. Recently, with the flood in Texas, I can't imagine a 20-foot high wall of water. 110 bodies have been found, 170 are still missing. And I was thinking, a 20-foot high wall of water would flood downtown Warren, number 4 village, and half of West Warren. And we don't need people up on the 2nd floor or sitting on their roof waiting for a rescue. Fortunately, we have a fire alarm system, and we have a reverse 911. It will work. It has worked in the past. Being aware of potential dangers is something that every person should take with a grain of salt. Things do happen unexpectedly, and if you are aware that anything could possibly happen, be aware of your situation to prevent a tragedy. Thank you.
Just a general comment, if you haven't signed up for Reverse 911, please do. Any other comments? Ray?
I have one comment.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Don't forget about Town Alert, which is the easiest and simple one to
Yep.
send and receive.
Ray Capaco, resident. I'm often here with some critiques, but tonight I'd like to commend the board for a good discussion, and especially the outcome of the discussion regarding the desk enhancements. So my commendation to the board for their decision on that. Thank you.
Thanks. Anyone else? Our next meeting is on Thursday, July 24th, 2020.
Oyster Day?
What?
Oyster Day?
Oyster Day?
Yeah, or Clam Day? What is it?
Clam
Yeah.
Bake Day.
Yeah,
Seafood Day.
July 24th, 2025 at 6 PM. Bring your clams
Ooh,
and,
clam bacon. Maybe we might want to get a little bib
yeah,
thing
do
for
not
the
put your
desk.
clams on
No
this.
clams on the desk.
No.
All right.
All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Is there a
Second that.
All right, all in favor?
David Dufresne, aye.
Derek Bailey's aye.
Rich Ihacker, aye. We are adjourned. Good night,